Welcome to the Ice Files. I want to thank Iceman for inviting me on. It's a special card. It's a big one. UFC 291. Iceman, what are the fights? What are the bets? Let's just cut through all the BS. Let's just get right to the money making skills. Let's just what are we doing here?
Listen, we're cutting right into the real deal right now. UFC 291 stacked. We're just gonna go over the main card prelims. Maybe we'll do for another show, but no one really cares. This main card is insane.
Yeah,
Main
this is a
event,
badass one. Yeah.
insane. BMF title. Dustin Poirier takes on Justin Gaethje. Dustin Poirier, he's a little too nice to be a BMF, but whatever.
You think
Sells.
Justin Gaethje's too nice to be the BMF, bro?
No, Poirier.
Oh,
Poirier.
Poirier? No,
Sorry,
he's a
Did I
mean
say Gaethje?
motherfucker, man. I seen clips of him doing straight training partners and stuff when he was getting ready for the first McGregor or the second McGregor fight. Man, he is not that nice of a guy. I mean, he does charities and he's a family man and all that, but he is a mean man. Don't get it twisted. It's like the John Jones thing where he puts on the smile for the cameras and then he's in the gym knocking suckers out, man. This guy wasn't even like super pro. He was just talking shit because he's like a little bit mentally deformed or whatever. And like Poirier just like put it on him hardcore and even talk shit to him after he beat him up. So Poirier is not that nice of a guy.
I mean, as a fighter, he doesn't fight like a nice guy. But what I'm trying to say, just outside of the cage, he just seems like such a nice, humble guy compared to like a Mike Perry, Sean Strickland, some of these other kook jobs out
But
there.
those guys are trying to get where Poirier's at. Poirier's a millionaire, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to get to where he's at. So they got to say the outlandish shit. They got to say the stuff like, "Oh, your religion, your mother, and blah blah blah." And that to me, that don't make you a bad motherfucker. What makes you a bad motherfucker is finishes, consistency, fights, wars that you've had. That's what I feel a BMF should be. What do
Yeah.
you think?
Dude, this matchup is crazy. So when I first seen the matchup, the rematch, these guys, Justin Gaethje's improved a lot, but so has Poirier. I would say Dustin Poirier is the better boxer out of the two. He's got better hands. Justin Gaethje's probably got the better kicking, leg kicks for sure. Um, yeah,
I wanted to ask you a question.
I'm
Who won the
lean.
first fight?
Dustin Poirier
Dustin
KO'd him.
Poirier. He KO'd him.
He KO'd him in the fourth. It was a
Okay.
close fight though. He was hurt with those leg kicks, but he started timing the leg kicks with a straight left, and one Justin Gaethje landed a big leg kick. Dustin
Fourth
Poirier
round.
timed it with a straight left and just rocked him and finished him off TKO.
Right. So I rewatched that fight. I just asked who won for the fans. Sometimes you forget, I had to rewatch the fight.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to
Yep.
go for Dustin Poirier because he did knock him out and I think he is the better overall fighter. However, when I was rewatching that fight, those leg kicks were doing some serious damage and they're leaving openings. And as you know, Gaethje, he has stones in his hand and he punches hard and he's accurate. His coach even told him to take down, like, do like 40, 50, 60%. Don't go 100. So he wants to go 100. I don't know. This is a toss up. I'm gonna follow the Ice, man. So lay it on me, Ice. What do you think, man?
I have a feeling this fight's going to be a split decision win. It's
Ooh.
going to be tight. I think it's going to be
Ooh.
tight for 5 rounds. I don't think either guy are going to be. They're not going to fight that same dogfight war that they got into the first time. I have a feeling this is going to be a long, drawn out fight. No one's going to take it to the ground. I think it's going to be a striking match, and it's going to be tight. I think Justin's going to win a couple. Dustin Poirier is going to win a couple, and it's going to be a split decision. I have that feeling it's going to be a split decision or go to a decision. That's what I feel.
And that's gonna pay out handsomely if you're correct.
Ooh, if you take split decision, then
Yeah.
you're making big money.
It's like 600 to 1.
Yep.
All right. So
So who do you got? Because I know you're a Justin Gaethje fan.
okay, if you know anything about Jaybird, I love Justin Gaethje. He's so exciting. His fight style, the way he fights like it's a street fight, but it's in a cage, and it's just all offense, all go, no stop. It's wonderful. Now I have an emotional attachment to Justin Gaethje because he's my favorite fighter. But as we have so eloquently spoke to the viewers, don't bet with emotions, right? I want Gaethje to win. I like Poirier too. I think he's great, but I got to go with the guy that knocked him out, but I'll say Dustin Poirier because, like I said, he is the more well-rounded fighter. I think that this is not going to end quick. I think it's going to go past 2.5 rounds, which I'm going to be betting on that it goes past 2.5 rounds. I think Poirier by points or by decision. I think that's what I think. I'm
I'll
not the
tell you what
analyst
though,
though.
if this fight ends early, it's Justin Gaethje
Yep.
finishing Poirier.
Yeah, I agree. Well, mind
I
you,
don't
what
think
you trying to
Dustin's
tell me
getting him
that
out.
like Poirier knocked out Gaethje in the last fight? You try to tell me you can't do that
Yeah,
again?
but it was 4 rounds in. It was a long drawn out fight. It was a death match. I think if
They're
it's under 2 rounds, under 10-minute mark, I think Justin Gaethje's gonna get it done.
Are they both fast starters?
Mm, I would say Justin Gaethje's a faster starter than Poirier.
I hope Gaethje wins, but as soon as money is on the line and I put money on the table, I hope my
Yeah, then it's a
fighter
whole
wins.
different ball
It's a whole
game.
different ball game. It's all about the money, man. That's why we're here.
And check this out, minus 150 currently for Poirier, which means last time I seen last week it was minus 130, which means a ton of money is going on Dustin Poirier, which means I don't like to bet Dustin Poirier because if a lot of people are betting on Dustin Poirier, I go against what everyone, the main public, is taking. You know me.
Right? So if you so I would you say that Gaethje is a slight dog?
Yeah,
Okay,
super
so
slight.
if you were gonna bet a dog this weekend, Gaethje would be it. Is that what you're gonna
No,
say?
because I don't
No,
even consider him a dog.
I
When you're
don't
plus
either.
one
But he
twenty
is.
five, it's even odds pretty much. It's yeah, he's a bit of a dog, but I don't even I consider Tony Ferguson an underdog,
Oh, that
like
yeah.
plus
Wait
three
till we get
hundred
to
or
that
plus two
fight
fifty.
too. Wait till we
Whew.
get to that too. Okay, so
No,
just to round up, Gaethje versus Poirier. What is your prediction, and what are you suggesting people bet for, and what are you gonna bet?
oh, I to be honest, I want Justin Gaethje to win. I'm a Justin Gaethje fan. That being said, I think Poirier is the better boxer out of the two. Justin's got better leg kicks. I have a feeling it's just going to go to a decision. And judges, it can go either way with the judges these days. You know how it is.
So it's a toss
So
up.
it's a toss up, man.
So your prediction is split decision.
I think the UFC wants Justin Gaethje to win, though.
What do you think your followers should bet? If they, people listen to you and they copy
Hmm.
and paste your bets, I know I do. So, what do you think? What do you say to them?
Uh, I would tell them to be careful with this one. I might stay away from this
Right.
one.
I'm gonna bet somewhat light, maybe medium, that
Hmm.
it goes past 2.5 rounds. I like both fighters. I think they're great. They're in my top 5 of favorite fighters to watch right now. Obviously, I'm a huge Gaethje fan. He's number one. I don't want to pick against him. I don't want to pick against Poirier. However, I will be betting that it goes past 2.5, and that's Jay Bird's little prediction. I think. But I
And
think
it's
I might even
impressive
throw a
because
little light bet that it goes split decision, just cause. Cause what if you're right? Like,
hmm
woo!
Fiziev was probably one of the best strikers in that division, and Justin Gaethje,
Gaethje made him
he
look like a
pieced him up.
rookie. Yeah, made him look like a
He pieced
rookie.
him up, man.
I remember that. What's the next one?
All right, we got the co-main event. Alex Pereira takes on John Blachowicz. It should have been for the title because it's vacant, but I don't think they're going to do that because then they'd have to make this the main event and it would fuck up the whole order of the things. But
Now,
it is what it is.
I am a big fan of Jan Blachowicz. I like
Mm-hmm.
him, but Pereira is just the Terminator, isn't he? And he's in his right weight class too, so he's not cutting a huge amount of weight.
Mm-hmm.
So this is, I mean, okay? Let me ask you: can Blachowicz wrestle?
That's the problem. He can wrestle. Look what he did to Izzy Adesanya.
So yeah, but yeah, okay. And I would say that Pereira is worse on the ground than Izzy is. So I think for that
They're
fact, the
both dog
fact
shit on the ground.
they're both dog shit. Okay, but who's
I
less
mean,
dog
yeah.
shit?
I mean, Pereira's bigger. I think he's a brown belt. Izzy's a purple belt, but they're not like purple brown belts that compete in jiu-jitsu. You know what I mean? Like
I'm talking about Blachowicz.
Blachowicz is a black belt.
Okay, well I'm okay. Well then I don't know what your pick is. I think it might be the same. I think I'm picking
Uh-huh.
Blachowicz. That's what I'm
Yeah,
thinking.
see the thing is, Blockowitz is a smart guy. He
Yeah.
knows the game plan. Look what he did to Izzy. He took him down, crushed him.
Yeah.
Right? I think he's going to do the same thing with Alex Pereira. That being said, if you do strike with Alex Pereira, he hits a lot harder than Glover Teixeira, and Glover Teixeira rocked John Blockowitz. And I'll tell
Watch
you right
those.
now, Alex Pereira hits a lot harder, but his ground game's not as good.
Right. So Blockowitz is a black belt. Excellent. Pereira is former kickboxing world champion, former UFC champion. So he's coming off a loss. This is his first fight since Izzy knocked him out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going with Jan Blachowicz because Jan has had a long rest, and that fight that Izzy and Pereira had is not that long ago compared to Blachowicz' last fight, I think. For the because like you said, he is smart, and I picked that vibe up all about this guy when I watch him. He is smart. So with that being said, my pick, I hope, I'll be putting money on Blachowicz. What are you gonna do?
I'm feeling, dude. I want Alex Pereira to win. I think it's better for that division if Alex Pereira wins. There's better matchups with Jamal Hill and Yuri Prohatska. Can you imagine Yuri Prohatska, Alex Pereira? Not
I
even
think
that. If Alex Pereira gets the title, people want to be like, "Oh, Izzy and Alex at 205, the rubber match or whatever, the fifth
Izzy will
match,
never
whatever it
fight him
is."
again. Izzy will never fight him again.
The problem is, I don't think Izzy's going to be the champ at middleweight for long. I think Hamzat Chimaev's coming for him. So he's got about two more fights left before Hamzat takes him out. And I think Pereira is not going to be able to get the title at light heavyweight because you got guys like Ankalaev and great grapplers out there. Yeah, if they match him accordingly and give him Jamal Hill and Yuri Prohatska, sure, maybe he might get it. But Yuri's got a good ground game too, but he likes to strike. But yeah, if you match him accordingly, sure. But I just don't think they're going to do that. As you can
I
see here with John Blockowitz.
So who you picking?
I'm leaning towards John Blockowitz just because of the grappling. I think John's going to be able to take him down and grind out the decision the same way he did Izzy. Why would you strike with Alex Pereira? He's two-time Glory World Champion, probably
Exactly.
the best striker in UFC right now. Who's a
And
better
like you,
striker than Alex Pereira? Izzy, maybe? Like, it's the same, right? Like, they both
he's
got wins over
smart.
each
He
other.
was the former champ. He wants to be the champ again. He's only getting top tier fights. I'm speaking about Jan Blachowicz, by the way. This guy, like you said, and I agree with you. He's smart. His fight IQ is smart. He's not gonna stand there and go toe to toe with former glory or whatever kickboxing world champion. This guy'll knock your head off, and then he'll hacky sack with it and pass it to his son. So I exactly what you think. What I agree with you 100%. I think Blockowitz is going to go in there and he's going to ground him and maybe choke him out, maybe pound. I could see him stopping him TKO, ground and pound. Um, how much are you going low, medium, or high on this one?
This fight is dangerous, right? Because Alex Pereira can knock out anybody in the world,
Yep.
right? He lands that left hook, poof. And believe it or not, he might even have a size advantage. He's huge when he fought at middleweight. He was cutting way too much weight. He was cutting like 40 pounds. At 205, he's going to be way more filled in. He's going to feel way more better. He's going to have more power, more technique behind that power. He's also going to have way more cardio. His cardio is going to go up, drastically, not having to cut all that weight.
Good
That
point.
being said,
Good point.
has he been training enough grappling? Yeah, you got Glover in your corner, but John Blockowitz is a high level black belt, and if he takes you down, you're going to be in big trouble. It's going to be a long night.
All right. So we
Long
both
night.
like Blockowitz for this.
Yeah,
Low,
even
medium,
though
or high?
honestly, I want Alex Pereira. I want Alex Pereira to win.
Yeah,
John
just like I
Blockowitz, I
want
think.
Gaethje to win, but you can't. I'm not flipping a coin for my money, man. That's gambling. We're trying to sports bet.
Yeah, I would go low because that that Glover fight when Glover dropped Jan on the feed, and I'm like,
That's
man, if
true.
Glover drops Jan, if Alex hits you with that same shot, it's nights. It's lights out because he
Fucking
hits a lot harder than Glover.
Iceman dropping gems. All right, excellent. So we're gonna go light on Jan Blachowicz. All right, what's next?
Next, we got my boy, the Wonder Boy. I fucking
Wonder Boy.
love
He's
Wonder
still
Boy.
fighting this guy.
Love Wonder Boy.
Okay, who's he fighting?
Fake taking on Michelle Pereira. Remember the guy who does the black backflips and shit?
Yeah, he's got the douche knot.
Yep. So
Okay.
it's crazy because a week ago, Stephen Thompson was minus 250.
Okay.
minus 250.
That's a
Now
huge
he's
favorite,
minus
right?
150. Yeah, huge favorite. Now he's minus 150. Now it's almost even odds. That means people are putting a ton of money on Pereira, or the odds makers know something like an injury or something's been disclosed that made the odds change that drastically. That's insane.
Now I know from
That's a
experience when the odds shift like this, your spidey senses go off and you're always like, "Hey, hey, hey." Like you said, what do the odds makers know that we don't know? A foot injury? Did he get knocked out in training? Did he slip on a banana peel? Who the fuck knows? So, I'm curious, are you going to stay away from this? Are you going to bet on this? Are you going to let
I'm
your
taking
emotions
Pereira, to
get
be
ahead of you?
honest.
Huh?
I'm taking Michel Pereira. I think on the feet, he's a great striker. He's made a lot of changes, so he doesn't use as much energy as he used to, and he's got a pretty decent ground game. He's a high level black belt. He's got good takedowns. I think he can. If I know Stephen Thompson got knocked out by Anthony Pettis, and people say it was a lucky shot, but man, if Michel Pereira lands one of those, it could be lights out. And he looked phenomenal his last fight against Kevin Holland, but that matchup just played into his hands. Kevin Holland didn't even try to go take it to the ground. I think Michel Pereira will attempt, the clinch and takedowns, and
Is
I think I'm leaning towards Pereira on this one. 40 years old, Stephen
Yeah,
Thompson
that's
is,
what
man.
that was
Dude,
going to be
40.
my next point. Um I Wonder Boy's coming off a loss. Yes.
No, he's coming off a win over Holland,
He's
but then
coming off
two
a win
straight
over
losses before
Holland
that.
and two straight losses
Bilal beat
before
him
that.
and Gilbert beat him.
And how old is our boy Pereira?
29, I believe.
29. I always go with the younger fighter. Personally, when it's like if it's not a huge slide. I mean, you're 40 years old, homie. Yeah, you're good. You're world champion, of course. I'm talking about
Phenomenal.
Wonderboy Thompson, but I mean, yeah, I'm gonna bet Pereira just because I think this is a fun fight, and I bet that it will not go the distance. Just to throw a little spice on it.
Yeah, I think Pereira should get it done.
Okay,
I
how
think that's why the odds changed such drastically. People seen that and they're like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa!
are you
We're
gonna
gonna
put
slam some
money that?
money on
Are you
Pereira."
gonna put money that it ends by or it does not go the distance, or are you gonna put money that Pereira finishes him?
Ooh, to be honest, I don't know if he's gonna get the finish on Stephen Thompson.
Mm.
I think it's gonna be a decision win for Pereira. I have a feeling it's gonna go 3 rounds.
Well, then maybe I will change my bet. Then I'll bet on Pereira, and I'll bet that it goes the decision. I was gonna. Okay, I'll bet that it goes over 2.5. Then there, that's a lot
That's a good bet.
safer.
Over two and a
Yeah,
half.
yeah, and I'll bet Pereira
Yeah,
to win. Maybe I'll parlay it. Yeah,
yeah. Take the
maybe I'll
underdogs,
parlay
buddy.
it. Maybe I'll parlay it. Try to get minus 250 or something, or plus 250 odds.
All right,
Okay.
next fight, your boy El Kakui plus
Oh,
300, bro.
this is my
Plus 300.
okay. We spoke on the phone about this.
Yep.
This was my question to you, and I'm glad that we saved it for the podcast. Now, Tony Ferguson going up against bigoted Bobby Green. Love both fighters, very entertaining. Do
The
you
king,
think
Bobby Green.
finally that El Kukui, Tony Ferguson, my number two favorite fighter that ever fought in the world, he's so amazing to watch, or he was, and I hate seeing him get shots to the head. Is he going to go strictly ground? Again, with like Blockowitz, Bobby Green is dangerous. He's got those hands low and stuff. It might be tempting for Ferguson to try to brawl with him. I do not want to see him eat punches to the face anymore. I just, please, please, please go to the ground, take his back, choke him out, armbar him. That's all I got to say. I don't know who to bet on. I'm going to listen to you. What do you think?
Bobby Green, he's got a wrestling background. He can grapple. Tony Ferguson coming off what, 5 straight losses, dude. He
Yeah,
has the last
man.
win was over Donald Cerrone. This guy's not the same, bro. If this
Okay.
was Tony Ferguson when he was on that 11 fight win streak and like in his prime, bro,
Mhm.
Tony Ferguson would murk Bobby Green.
Okay.
Problem is, this is not the same Tony Ferguson that we, once loved, bro.
Of
This is a
course not.
whole different guy. His
N-
body's changed. His chin has changed. Michael Chandler literally murdered him with that.
Yeah.
He's just coming off a loss over Nate Diaz, and 40-year-old Nate Diaz. Like, I don't
Okay.
know.
This is true. Now, what intrigues me about this is the money to be made. Plus
Mm.
300. Come on. Now, Do you think that Ferguson's going to lose 6 fights in a row? I don't. I think that this is going to be his. Um, he's going to snap the streak and probably retire. He wants to retire. He doesn't want to do it on an L. Okay, I like
Mm.
Bobby Green. He's an awesome fighter. He's fun to watch. So is El Kukui. I don't know, man, because I'm thinking about his last fight against Diaz. He did not look sharp. He did not look good. He did not look like he wanted to be there. He looks like he's riding out his contract. I don't fucking know, man. I don't
And
know.
Diaz is not in his prime.
No, he's minus 300. There's 3 to 1 on your money. I might throw a light bet on Tony Ferguson, just because the odds are so spectacular, and I think he does have at least a 40%, 30% chance of winning. And with 3 to 1 odds, I'll take that. He at least has
Hmm.
a 35% chance to win this fight. Would you agree on that point at least?
Absolutely. I think Tony Ferguson's. Who would you take, Nate Diaz or Bobby Green, if they
Bobby
fought right
Green.
now?
Bobby Green.
Really? Over Nate Diaz?
Yes.
Really? That's
Yeah.
interesting. I thought
Yeah.
you were going to go the other way.
No.
Well,
Not a fucking
yeah, I
dick
mean,
rider like the rest of these fucking J
dude,
bros.
I like Tony Ferguson. I think he's a live dog in this.
Mm,
But man, coming off 5 straight losses, like Bobby Green, he's not a top tier middleweight, lightweight. Sorry, he's
no.
not a top
No.
middleweight, lightweight.
I
He's
think
mid tier.
yes, they're evenly matched. And Ferguson, like you said, had the 11 fight win streak. He's got championship experience. He does not want to get 6 losses in a row. I know he acts like it don't bother him. Fuck that. This is El Kukui, homie. That shit bothers him. So I'm gonna bet a light bet because you don't need to bet a lot to make money. It's 3 to 1. And like
Yep.
I said, if he has at least a 35% chance of winning this fight, if he at least has that, then the money justifies the bet. So don't
Mm,
bet too heavy on this, but I'm going with Tony Ferg. What about you?
really? So you're going with the underdog plus 300.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think he wants to retire and he don't want to do it on a loss, and I don't think he wants to eat any more shots to the face. So I think he's going to play the Jits game, wrestling Jits game.
I
He's a
mean,
great
he is the
wrestler.
better grappler.
Yeah. So I think he's gonna like maybe clinch him, elbow him, take him down, sub him with a darce or whatever. And thank you El Kukui, man, one of the greatest fighters ever. So I'm gonna back my boy. This is not emotional. I'm doing it for the money. He's plus 300. That's a
Mm,
lot of money to be made. So
that's true.
Iceman, what do you think with the points that I just made up? I just gave you a
No,
bunch of money
dude,
points.
I think Tony Ferguson's a live dog. I mean, if Tony Ferguson can be like, just look 60, 70% of what he was, dude, I think he can win this fight, man. I think he's the better grappler for sure. Striking, it's tough. Striking, Bobby Green's a really good striker. Age, they're about close in age, 36 for Bobby Green, 39 for Ferguson. So, Ferguson's got the reach advantage, as you can see here. Takedown, I would go. Bobby Green has more takedowns, but I
Really?
think Ferguson is a better jiu-jitsu guy for sure, and he's got
Mm-hmm.
the better submission game.
I could see him armbarring him.
Triangle too. He's got
Triangle,
triangles.
armbar, whatever. He's got so many ways to beat you.
But why do odds makers have him plus 300? They just
Because he
expect
lost
him to get
5 in a row,
murked.
homie. Like,
Yeah, but against top guys, man.
yeah,
It's
well, I
weird.
mean, maybe they know he's. I don't know, man. I think that at plus 300, the money and the odds justify a bet, a light one, whatever light is to you. Light to you might
Hmm.
be $100. Light to
Hmm.
someone else is like 20. So whatever it is, don't try to keep up with the Joneses. We're trying to make money, but number one rule in making money is don't lose money. That's what I think.
It's true, man. Yeah, that's gonna be a great fight, man.
So you're betting Ferguson, or
That's.
you going with Green?
I'm gonna put a bit on Ferguson. I'll add him on a parlay because if you add a plus 300 on a parlay, dude, you're getting big boy odds. And I'm looking to hit big, brother.
That's true. So Tony Ferguson to win and like a solid bet, right?
But it's weird. Like, why plus 300? Do they know something I don't? Is this
Yeah,
guy
he's lost
training with
five
Diego
in a row.
Sanchez or what?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Light bet, homie. Just do a
Yeah,
light bet.
it's
It's
fucking
fine.
crazy, man.
Yeah. I
All
hope he
right, let's go
does,
with
man.
the opener. The
Okay.
first fight on the main card, we got Michael Maverick Chiesa taking on Kevin Holland.
This one, Cass has been around for a minute. Holland, Yeah, I mean, I'm never really super impressed with this guy. He's very he's very young in the game. He doesn't excel at one specific area. He's kind of like a jack of all trades, all around guy, and that's good,
Hmm.
But in my opinion, I think he's kind of a for betting wise, anyways. And Kiesa is lower mid tier, so I'm gonna actually defer to the homie Iceman, and I'm actually gonna copy and paste whatever you bet. So this is the Iceman bet for me. I'm gonna do this one.
So when I first seen this fight, I was like, "Oh, Kevin Holland's gonna crush him." But then I started looking into the styles. Kevin Holland's by far the better striker out of the two. That's not even close.
Okay.
But I would say Maverick Chiesa, dude, he's got a great ground game.
Oh yeah.
And if you know, Kevin Holland has a hard time with grapplers. Hamzat Chimaev, Marvin Vittori, Derek Brunson. You know what I mean? They gave Kevin Holland a bad time. Yeah, he lost to Stephen Thompson, who's a striker, but that guy's 57-0 kickboxing world champion. A little different.
And
He
he
should have
decided
grappled
to
Stephen
stand with him
Thompson.
too.
Yeah, exactly.
So that
And
shows to me that Kevin Holland doesn't have the fight IQ. You know what I'm saying? He like
mhm,
as compared to Jan Blachowicz, who's been around the
he's got the
block and he
ego.
learns from
Yeah,
his mistakes. Kevin Holland's like, I don't care that you're 57-time world champion. Let's go toe to toe, homie. I'll stand here. Like it's stupid. It's whatever. It's his career. I'm talking about him. He's on the card. He's doing something right. But I don't know why I got a hard on for this fucking Kevin Holland guy. I don't like him for some reason. I don't know. I don't like his fight style. I don't like his personality. That's just me though.
I think Michael Chiesa can win this fight if he takes it to the ground. Michael Chiesa's got a great ground game.
All right, I'm
He's
gonna
coming
bet
off
that.
two straight losses, but those were two pretty well rounded guys. Vicente Luque, Sean Brady, both guys pretty well rounded. This one, Kevin Holland does have a good ground game, but he doesn't use it much,
Right?
right?
I'll go with
So,
Kiesa. I like Kiesa. You're gonna go low, medium, or high?
who I'm going low. I don't have any faith in Chiesa coming off two
Yeah.
straight
So this
losses
is
and
a
going
fun bet.
big on that.
This is a fun bet then, right?
This card is tough, man. I'm telling you, as a gambling guy, like this card is tough, and it's a great card to bet. It's going to be super exciting, fireworks all over the board. But
I just want to correct you on
it's a
one
tough
thing,
card.
Iceman. I just want to correct you on one thing.
Hit me, yeah, hit me.
You just said that you're a gambler. You're not a gambler. You're a sports bettor. There's a difference. Gamblers leave it up to chance.
That's
What
true.
you're doing and what we're doing is you're the analyst. You're taking apart all their past fights, trying to find a pattern, and coming up. You're like you're like a free odds maker, and you've got a winning record. And you know, I'm gonna copy and paste it. I hope everything. There's a difference between being a gambler and a sports bettor because sports betting actually takes
100%.
skill and research and time and effort. Gambling, you could be like 500 on red. Oh, I lost. Okay, 1,000 on red. Oh, I lost. Okay, 2,000 on red. Oh, I won. There's like a strategy, but it's not. I've been in the casino.
Yeah.
I've seen black come up 16 times in a row. So there's a
Oof.
difference between gambling and sports betting. Remember that sports betting, as long as you're not betting beyond your means, and you're not starving and betting your rent money, it's fine. It makes the game more enjoyable. I like it. You make a living off of it, and you make a good chunk of money off of it. I know that. So I'm just gonna, rewatch this episode, and I'm gonna copy and paste and bet what I said I was gonna bet and what you said you were gonna bet.
Yeah, we're out here making sophisticated sports picks, right? We're not going to the casino and where the casino's got the odds and you're playing the same game with the same odds all the time. This is totally different. Every day for sports is different. And you got to study, you got to, take your time, make those picks and, come out on top because I think there's a lot more money to be made in sports betting than gambling at the casino, for example. So,
Absolutely. Also, sports betting is a little bit more classy. People that sports bet generally are a little bit more educated, I would say, because, like I said, it takes effort, research, and time.
mhm.
Gambling doesn't. It requires luck. We're trying to eliminate luck and just find the pattern, like Neo in the Matrix, trying to find that shit. And
Mhm.
the reason you watch Iceman is because he's pretty good at what he does. And I know for a fact a lot of you viewers watch about 5 guys that do picks, and you try to find the pattern in what the experts are saying. And I understand that it's your money and you want to be careful with it. So I'm just happy that you guys stopped by. Iceman is one of the best in the building. I've made so much money following him. Iceman, don't you have like some sort of promo going on? I'm actually gonna do it for this fight. I've been saving it
Yep.
for a big
BetUS
card.
promo code Iceman.
BetUS
Just
promo
before we
code
end it off,
Iceman.
though, I want to get your pick on the Derek Lewis. He's fighting Marcus Rogero de Lima. Derek
What did
50-50
we say
Lewis.
about what did we say about Derek? His name is Derek 50-50 Lewis. So
Yeah.
my who's he fighting? It doesn't really matter. He's 50-50. I'll bet against Derek Lewis just because. Why not? Last time I bet for him, so this time I'll bet against him. When I say he's 50-50, I literally mean he's 50-50. I don't bet
hmm
heavyweights because anything can happen like that. Who freaking knows? Anything can happen.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm going against Derek Lewis as well.
yeah, there you go, buddy.
And if you notice, they were even odds when this fight opened up a week ago. This fight was even odds. Now Marcus de Lima is minus 200, so huge jump. He went from being
Wow.
even odds to two to one favorite. So
Is this guy maybe
they're
one of?
expecting Derek.
Is this guy going to be maybe one of your anchors for a parlay?
No, I don't like heavyweights for anchors.
Smart man.
Anything can happen, especially against Derek Lewis. He could
Mm-hmm.
be winning 14 minutes out of 15, and he lands a bomb like he did against Volkov.
Yeah, well, we call him
So,
Derek 50-50 Lewis. That's where he got that name.
yep.
Because we bet him against Drakus or whatever his name was. Or, I don't know.
Oh no, it wasn't. No. That was a. It was what's his face. I forgot, but I forgot who was, but
White boy,
yeah.
something like that, and we lost. It was like, oh dang, man, it
Oh,
pissed me.
Dawkins.
Dawkins, that's it. There we go. Oh yeah, I remember that shit. So it's bet US, and then I type in Iceman, and I get what do I get? Like 30% or what is it?
Oh, you're gonna get 100% bonus, buddy.
I get a hundred
Over
percent
100%.
bonus.
Over 100%. Yeah.
So I'm gonna put in a
And
hundred
dude, they've been
dollars.
giving out crazy promos like free $500 bet. If you lose your 500, we reimburse you 500. It's like, wait, what? That's crazy.
Really? Okay. So I've never used BetUS before. I was always a Betway guy, but I'm
hmm
just for this bonus, I'm gonna switch over and try BetUS and use the promo code Iceman, and I will get 100% bonus. So I'm gonna bet 100, and I'm gonna get 100. So that's a two hundred
Oh yeah.
dollar total. It's like free bet. It's like a free. It's like a free night of betting. I'm gonna do it. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's
You
done.
can't
I'm
go
gonna
wrong
do
with
it.
free bets.
Yep, I'm done. Wicked. Iceman, thank you for having me on the show.
Oh,
My name is Jay
sorry,
Bird.
it's actually not 100%. It's 125%. So
What's that?
if you deposit $100, you're actually going to get 125. So it's
Are you,
125% bonus.
are you shitting me?
Oh
So
no,
I'm literally, if I choose to use BetUS as my provider, they're gonna give me 125% on my first initial deposit. That's what you're telling me.
absolutely.
So I'll get 125.
Yep.
Well, shit. So if I what? Okay, excellent. BetUS, man. I'm going there. I'm gonna set up my
Let's
account
get it.
tomorrow. I'm getting that. Iceman, thank you for having me on the Ice Files, man. Let's get this money, guys. Thanks for tuning in. You got anything to say, Iceman? It's your show, bro.
No, man. I hope to get you back more on the show because I think everyone likes to hear your insight on things, and it's just a different perspective than mine. So I think it's great. So hopefully we can get you on here more, and let's make that money, bro.
Yeah, I'm all about the money. Thank you very much, man. Boom, we out.